Good evening, fellas. You join us for the first game of the week of Season 13. In this game of the week, we're going to discuss 4 games, 1 per week per division. I'm joined by Chuke.
Hello.
Gangster.
Hi.
And CapnPooky.
Hello.
So, yeah, just to pretty much get into it, we're looking at CapnPooky himself versus Lunar in week 1.
Wow.
Week 1 for GDL 2, we have Nebula versus Ultra Guy. And we have week 2, Chuke Pittsburgh, who's in the call right now, versus Sliced. And lastly, Secret Guy versus Leo. Before we get into it, I have a new segment. So we have now a new little segment at the beginning called Team of the Week. Team of the Week is for each division for the 2-week game period. We have a best 6, which comes from at least 4 tiers and only 1 Pokemon per player. And it's just a little nice way to reward the best performance, even if not every game makes game of the week, because I don't think any of us want to stay here for 4 hours to record it, a reaction to every single game.
That sounds terrible.
I can see Random Hero doing that in his free time. Anyway, for top division, we have Zygarde, we have Gordongo, we have Zapdos Galar, Skeledudge, Titan, and Gligar. And in GDL2, we have Mega Altaria, Sizzle, Conkeldurr, Gyarados, Cacturne, and Meganium. And maybe I should have covered who those Pokemon belong to, but you'll see a lot of them in this episode anyway.
Is that a best over the 2 weeks, or is a outstanding performance in one of the games?
It can be both.
Okay.
Some of these just stood out really well in one game, but I just kind of judge it firstly on KD, and secondly if one Pokemon got 5 kills but lost the game, that's less important than one that got 3 kills but won the game.
Okay, sure.
Just a little section at the beginning, and it's for that sweet viewer retention. Now everyone's gonna leave again, but we have to really maximize our GDL stonks. Anyway,
you need to monetize the channel soon.
Exactly. I don't know if
GDL merch coming out soon.
I don't know if I could. I mean, I could do GDL merch, but it would just lose me money, so I'm not doing that.
Oh. You got to get big first.
Every single player has to buy a hoodie, and then I can do it.
What?
All right. Yeah. But without further ado, I reckon we just get into this game. So yeah, CapnPooky versus Lunar. This is, for reference, this is Lunar's actual kind of debut as not a sub coach. This is Mega Aerodactyl versus Mega Altaria. And Pooky, since you're here, can you tell us some of the things you're thinking about in the prep?
I was really tired when I made this team. I kind of just threw 6 boys on and called it a day. I'm not sure if I have a single defensive mon on this team right now.
That's a
Landorus, actually. He's got 145 attack.
Yeah, but Landorus is pretty bulky as well with Intimidate defense typing. You already know.
Oh no, never mind. That's specially defensive Altaria. That's the one with defensive. And it's kind of like AV Magneton.
On this team preview, I think that Cobaldion's actually really scary. Because I think Iron Press looks really dangerous, especially if it's DD. If it's physical Altaria, you're in trouble. If it's not Earth Powered Landorus, you're in trouble if that does take off. I think on Pooky's end, it's really difficult for Lunar to deal with the Omega, the combination of all these monsters.
That was the plan, to just kind of blow them up with big damage.
Yeah, there's no game you're going to try to play slowly. I feel it can be
It looks like a fast game from this team preview.
The only difficult part for you is going to be positioning, because you do have a lot of pivot moves, potentially. I think 4 of these do have pivot moves, but you also very rarely have you very rarely have like a free turn, right? Because Lunar's done the exact same thing, where it's a really scary team. But off preview, Luna could just like have that belly drum slurper for the back. Sinister is like Sinister is like the only
dangerous setup thing.
Yeah, it's like the only one that
Gliscor can also do that.
Yeah, it's the only one that doesn't like threaten immediately, but it still threatens a burn, which is pretty big. Yeah, I think without further ado, we can kind of just get into it.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the sound off. We need no nickname versus no nickname. Fantastic. We see a sash. Sticky web. You know, I'm surprised you stayed in.
Sash and Bird and Jan is cool.
So again, I was very tired. I was surprised that he outsped me. I forgot that Sash and Burden works.
That's fair. Maybe if you're Scarf, maybe you just expected to be faster anyway.
Oh no, I'm Spegs.
Yeah. Fair enough. But like,
Yeah,
I'm thinking
surprised at one shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if I'm Luna and I think my opponent's going to stay in, I click miss the explosion.
Wait, can you do that?
Yeah, that's what it runs in Gen.
It had to be on Misty terrain.
It runs Gen 8 Ubers. It runs like Suicide Lead, Focus Sash, Sticky Web, Misty Explosion, and 2 random moves.
That would have really
you said the
sucked.
sewer slide word. We're getting demonetized now.
No, we're fine. We're 4 minutes into the video.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Thanks for thinking about it, though. Anyway, yeah. But this is essentially to me saying I'm going to set up like Dragon Dance, but no, he just clicks Works and Dies.
Yeah, so that's why I stayed in, because I was worried. I was like, if he presses DD, I might just lose, so I need to kill it.
You know what? That's a good decision.
It's a cool gamble by Lunar. I'll give him that.
Mm-hmm. We have this cool mind. At this point, I'm thinking this looks really dangerous to Pooky.
Yeah, it really does, huh?
But he does rely on Strength Up, which really doesn't recover much.
I understand, weak as hell.
And we are Assault Vest, so...
And
Shadow Ball?
You know, watching
I think he's trying to fake me out.
Watching along, who expects Sinister to lose when it's Coal Mining against a special attacker?
The one that has Mirror Coat! Ha ha!
Nice.
No, I was a bit worried about that too when I was playing.
We get the free Gliscor, which is nice. We also get the free Titan, which is arguably more nice.
Big boy.
Especially when we're in this position where
Whoa!
Pooky has this...
Resisted.
Especially if you go to this turn, you have this 50-50. If you click Icicle Crash or Earthquake and you make that right call, which he's going into, you win a game.
Yeah. I attacked the Gliscor just because Earthquake in front of it would, you know, it's kind of silly.
Yeah, that's fair. And it's also like, if this is DD, if this is Sword Stance and you don't attack it,
that's also bad.
Yeah.
He goes into Greninja.
Gotta say, it's a Titan, one of the coolest air caps, by the way.
Mamoswine at home, but also not really.
What actually helps, what's awkward for Luna is that he lost so many Pokemon already, so he had to reveal that Greninja wasn't Battle Bond. That made his Keldeo like Wraith free or switching.
A Greninja could have been Battle Bond?
Yeah.
Oh crap.
Because like a Gong Shot, what? And Water Move kind of
Ice
crushes
Beam
the
and
rest
like
of his
Water
team.
Move, yeah. He's just Life Orb. This is a bit of a pickle, because I think Ice Shard doesn't kill from here, so I'm hoping that Altaria lives. But it doesn't, because it's Protean and Life Orb.
Yeah,
That's
unfortunate. Just takes itself out.
Hmm.
It's a very nice Kobani on the OPS Ice Shard, though.
Yeah. I kind of had to press it there. I didn't want to
Yeah.
lose the Titan. Otherwise, Gliscor is a real problem.
We are not
That's
that Iron
annoying as
Press
well.
set. If this is Iron Press, this wins the game right here, by the way.
Yeah, if this is sub-toxic, it loses the game here as well.
I mean, to be fair, like, you wouldn't lose any differential from it at this stage.
True.
I don't I don't really know why we didn't go hard Gliscor there.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised about
From
that as
Luna's
well,
perspective,
honestly.
do we care about potential sword stance? That's
No.
Not with the Greninja in the back.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I can't really think of a way where that we're going Gliscor was the wrong play, unless you read a double. That's the only thing. Cause see, like if you think that the opponent's gonna go to Ogerpon.
Yeah, maybe. Well, he might have thought I'd have gone for rocks, so he could get Greninja in before rocks went up, maybe.
Ogerpon behind with Defiance really scary.
So this is Scarf Ogerpon, so
Ooh.
this is relevant for later. That does a lot of damage.
So does he.
Yeah.
I mean,
This game is very
given that
close.
scarf, Luna now knows that this is going to be clicking Ivy Cudgel again, which he probably knew anyway, even if he wasn't Scarf.
Mm.
So that actually introduces a pretty interesting mix. Because if he switches out and you double reading that, the game's over. It's always
If I double reading it.
yeah, like if he goes
Yeah.
Cobalion, he's got like Landorus
I go Landorus, that's...
or like Titan if you want to do damage.
But 36 is a decent chunk.
That's still solid damage against Cobalion.
So at this point, this game just comes down to a lot of 50-50s.
Yeah.
If any turn that this Landorus clicks Earthquake into Gliscor is a potential throw. Any turn that you click U-turn and a Cobalion staying in is a potential throw.
Yeah, my logic here was I thought U-turning on Cobalion was a worse throw than Earthquake and Gliscor. Because if I U-turn into, I think it was Ogerpon, then it's Scarfed and should outspeed still.
Mhm.
Which is what happens. I'm like, okay, I just superpower here. But he's faster somehow, and I don't understand that.
Well,
you
I'm assuming if
max
you're
speed?
Max Jolly, then he couldn't have been faster.
I was speed creeping him, so I assume the numbers just went up and down in a way.
So this is what happens.
Oh,
Rounding.
When you
rounding.
yeah, Sticky Web will move you down by like one, like a stat drop, a speed drop, will have made you 1 point slower than your normal speed, even though you're scarfed, which means that was a speed tie, I'm assuming.
I see.
Yeah.
That's just an interesting way the game mechanic works.
Yeah, so that one was unfortunate. I was really expecting to be faster there, so now I'm like, oh crap, this is a problem.
Now I'm like, is this shit over?
Cobalion is on full HP. I
don't know why we go
Landorus?
Landorus. I feel like we want that just because why not?
Yeah, no, this we just decide to throw Landorus away. This was a strange play.
Yeah, you want to make sure the Cobalion's more health so it doesn't switch out.
We're baiting him into staying in.
Yeah, it doesn't work, but that's not important. I'm surprised that we didn't see a protect because there's not really anything that that this Titan can do about it, you know?
Yeah, it just has the tags.
Yeah.
I guess he was just trying to predict me to
Did
Earthquake.
he not kill with Cobalion? I'm looking at the chat. I'm confused why Lunar seems to think he's lost.
I mean, it's the Titan's bulky
Oh,
boy.
because he doesn't kill.
But then I kill myself.
Oh.
And that's the 0-0.
So yeah, I mean, qualitatively, it's like, sorry, it's not like the greatest game, but it's a very fun offensive game where it was just vibes and buttons, which, you know, who doesn't like to see that?
There's a lot of 50-50s and a lot of just me clicking moves.
Mhm.
It's alright.
Secondly, we have Nebula versus Ultra Guy. This is a little bit of a slower game, if I just look at team preview.
It certainly looks like it, huh?
That is Mega
The
Aggro.
Garganacl Skeledirge Hippowdon.
Alright.
Wow, that looks like a
And
really fun team.
and Mega
know who
Aggro
that
as
is.
well. So it's
I
it's
don't know who that is on the far side, but that is a fun-looking team if I've ever seen one.
right? Yeah, it's
That's a Meganium.
Terra.
And there's
Gardevoir,
2 tier
like-
5s on the other side, which is interesting.
It's Terra Gardevoir and Terra Meganium, so we're probably going to see one of them.
You'd hope so.
This is going to be a bit of slower game, so we're not going to do that much tactical analysis.
Unsparsely, let's go.
We're clicking Stealth Rock. You know, same
Yes,
thing.
Paralyzed to Powdon.
Okay, now we can click Stealth Rock.
Yeah.
Honorable rocks trade. Honorable.
We get the big threats and GG, guys. Gonna see knockoff probably.
All right, Swords Dance right here.
No, I'm assuming knockoff.
Against knockoff.
Or Leech Seed, yeah. Yeah, it
Leech
does
Seed.
meaningful damage now according to Reddit.
Wow.
What?
There was a shit post going around, but like, Meganium got knockoff and Encore can do meaningful damage and be annoying now. It'll be good, right?
Yeah.
Three's out. Goobage.
We have Roboton Pass, which is... I don't like it personally. Like, if I'm already dedicating 2 move slots to Cling, Glare, and Rocks, you know,
It makes it very passive.
I'd rather make my own breed and just like hard swap at that point. You know, I would bring Baton Pass, but I feel like you're maybe sacrificing too much momentum in certain games. But when your opponent brings this team, then I think it's fully valid.
Yeah, it works out quite well.
You get that big threat Meganium. Yo,
Ooh, meaningful damage?
that is meaningful damage.
Is that you?
Yeah.
It's extremely
Without knockoff? Impossible.
Doesn't exist. By the way, who the fuck is UED? I've seen that username before. I think that's missed actually.
Well, the meaningful damage disappeared.
Yo,
Yo,
the
well, that's
meaningful damage is back,
damage.
bro.
Meaningful damage on the Dunsparce,
Yo,
who is completely walled by Rotom, apparently.
we don't need to hit.
Oh yeah.
He can't even status
Yeah,
roll.
my paralysis rocker is completely walled by your defogger. That makes sense.
You know, I like that this guy just went hard aggro before Mega and just go absolute. Have you ever seen the
That's really sad.
Have you ever seen regular Dunsparce do that much damage?
No, I don't think so.
Not really.
Well, if it was at
Toxic.
like like a rand bat where it was like at +6 or something, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Oh. See, that's why we don't need to worry about
Aside
Rotom.
from that,
I don't know why didn't you just go to Hippowdon the first time?
Maybe you're scared of grass knot.
Probably.
Oh, maybe.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is this a grass knot? Yes.
Okay, so now let's die to Grass Knot.
Yeah.
It-
11% Rotom.
I mean, it is quite nice to scout because you do need a Hippowdon because the rest of this team right now just gets backed up by this clicking 1 DD.
Oh, it
True.
does.
And it's good to still be able to force that out. And if you have the whirlwind into it, you can like scout for a better position. But maybe you force it to switch into Garganacl Salt Cure. You maybe have Cyclizar with like Draco Meteor. Doesn't kill, but it will do good damage.
Okay.
So it's entirely valid to scout around, but I think we just could have stayed in Rotom anyway.
Oh, goodbye, Dunsparce. You have done your job.
It didn't have Roost, so like it was always a sack there, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That being said, if that clicked Shift Gear, there was going to be a problem. Because we don't really have too much that could have actually taken a hit. Unless, aside from hoping that you get the Flame Body.
That's always a good strat.
You know what I hate? When you kind of know that your opponent's going to switch. Or when you know that your opponent's going to click U-turn. And you really think that, yeah, they're just going to click U-turn, I can stay in. But you decide to play it safe and switch out and you click U-turn and you feel like an idiot.
Oh, that's happened many times.
Yeah.
And you just wish you were a little bit braver.
Now we have this fucking Meganium back again.
Oh.
Whirlwind.
Hey, meaningful damage.
Yeah, true.
Well, Zygarde's in this time.
More meaningful damage?
So this...
Let's
No.
go.
If this is DD, obviously this has Whirlwind, but because it's leech seeded, it's a completely free setup anyway.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
don't
there's
we don't
nothing.
go for it, but that doesn't matter.
Slack off. Okay.
Can we do it at 40 with
That
that?
did a lot.
Yeah. This Hippowdon's just never switching out.
Again, I didn't know. It's quite low now.
Now that's some meaningful damage
Yeah,
right there.
I honestly don't really understand why
Crazy.
this Hippowdon click will win that much when there wasn't like a setup threat in front of it. Because it doesn't like facing any of these.
Not really, actually.
It's like when you're in
Yeah.
against Moltres, you should probably switch out. Like you have a Garganac that hasn't touched the field.
Oof.
We get flame body. No.
If there was shift gear, that
That's a lot
killed
of
a
risk,
+1 by the way.
Okay, now the Garganackle exists.
You know, we didn't have them double edge this turn. Hold on. Just going back a turn. Did we have double edge this turn? Nope. We don't want that
No.
kill.
Yeah, no, that is strange, actually. I guess he didn't want to
Hmm.
risk the flame body again.
Maybe.
I could see that.
Oh.
And that
Meaningful
is.
damage.
Oh,
Cloak.
Covert Cloak Meganium.
It's the counter.
Not boots on
Meaningful
Dirge.
damage.
Lefties? Yep.
Meganium was going crazy this game.
3 for
Well, that's a
Meganium?
bad sign.
Oh,
Why
it's
is
2.
he? doing
That's
that?
3.
Why did he not go Cyclosaur earlier there?
Don't worry about it.
Flame body now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No.
Hell no. I wonder if it's pads.
I mean, if it is, then there
Maybe.
was absolutely zero excuse to not say in and like kill the Moltres like a couple times ago.
Oh, yeah.
True.
So the more we look at it, the more we realize it's actually quite suboptimally played. And we finally see the arrows, and that probably ends the game on the spot.
Yeah, that'll do her.
Yeah.
Reckless doesn't have enough help to win this game.
He just
Well,
needs to
he had
regenerate a couple more
1,000
times.
alts.
I will say, firstly, Meganium was pretty cool. I'm assuming like Scarf Gardevoir in the back would have just made that entirely different conversation. That's definitely choice band.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
I think like if Ultra Guide has got more damage off with the Cyclosaur instead of like clicking Whirlwind, if you're taking some of those turns and actually getting your big threat on the field, this is a different game. As it is, like it wasn't horribly played, but I think we definitely got to see that like a bulky team like what Nebula built, unless you're bringing like consistent pressure into it, it's gonna be really hard to defeat.
Mm.
Mhm.
Meganium getting kills and being good. It's nice to see.
Meganium's
Yeah.
good, dude.
Meaningful damage. And 3 kills.
It didn't even terrestrialize, did it?
Yeah, I guess it didn't really want to not be a grass type against into like any of these, right?
Yeah. There was a lot of like ground and
Yeah.
rock types, so it was actually really good in this game.
Yeah, when was the last time you saw Mega Aggron and Skeledirge both died at Energy Ball?
I'm not sure if I've ever seen that, honestly.
Yeah.
One time I played an inverse tournament. All right, next game. We have Pittsburgh's Feelers, known as Chuke Pittsburgh, and we have Sliced. So as we have one of these two players with us, Chuke, can we get your thoughts on the matchup?
I was really, really afraid of Terra Embor with any choice item, really. Could have been Specs for all I care. But, no, I was, Embor obviously puts a lot of pressure on teams, but I figured it was going to be Terra Fairy Defensive Lapras to deal with my Moxie trio. I also have Crocodile hiding around in my roster. I needed Giraffe for Gengar. Oops. I don't even remember what exactly I built for this game. I'm going to be completely honest. Oh yeah, I will mention right now that I fully intended to have Terra Ice on Jolteon, and I simply didn't do that. So
I mean,
Well, you
Terra
forgot to
Electric,
change it.
Terra Electric Volt Switch does look quite good into this team. Unless it's
Yeah.
Terra Ground Lapras, there's no ground type, which means it's quite spammable.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it was always going to be Terra Barry just because it resists close combat from Aqua Ball.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting mind game regardless, right? Because his Slice's ground type is Gligar, which doesn't eat Terra Blast Ice anyway, which means the switching is going to be
right.
Goodra.
That was why I wanted Terra Ice.
Yeah. So at that stage, if we have like, if we have Jolteon just volt switching into anything that can kill Goodra, like a choice band anything, that's a really good like offensive strategy. I don't know what the defensive strategy is with this team at the moment, but yeah, on Slice and like you're focusing really heavily on like Fistef or like Fistef Lapras, but like DD Lapras is actually really powerful into this.
I forgot it got Dragon Dance. That's wow. That is something he could have done.
Yeah, but
Might have been
we know
tough to.
some of us know.
You
how
need
this
like
plays out.
3 DDs to outspeed Jolteon, though, right?
Yeah. Let's get this started. So we have pretty much what
There
we
it
just
is.
covered.
Okay, we don't actually.
We already have to pick our Quackable switch in, as we don't.
Oh right, I forgot it was agility weakness policy on Quackaball.
I'm confused why you ever go agility over just clicking Aqua Step, to be honest. But
Because I thought he was going to go Lapras.
all right,
Oh,
yeah, no, that's
or-
fair.
Back up the water.
Wait, I don't know what. No, he wouldn't have gone Lapras on close combat. I actually have no idea. Or actually, I don't think I had Aqua Step.
That's
No,
wild.
I did. What was I doing? I have no clue.
One turns all the time. But that's all right.
Yep.
That would have probably told you like if the Hatterene was Fist F or like offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far, we've megaed both our guys. This Dark Pulse is absolutely nothing. So is it like Fist F?
Bulk.
I
Mega
was
Blastoise?
Spadef. I was Spadef
Ooh.
Ogre Pun too.
Oh, we got some real big chip there on turn 6. That's some heat. We have Future Sight right here into
Nightshade.
So
Yep.
Future Sight's landing this turn. We wish Dragon Tail, and the only Pokemon that would die to
Oh,
Future Sight gets
Yeah,
sent up.
that was really cool tech from Slice. Just very unfortunate how it played out for me.
I'm pretty sure
That is
that
very
nothing else would have died.
Yeah,
There's no way.
maybe
Fished out
Overpower.
the perfect target.
This is
Yeah.
seems to be like pretty bulky Ogerpon, or it's really weak Blastoise.
I think it was a combination of the two because I had it so that his attacks wouldn't do more than 50.
Ah, okay,
So I think it's both.
fair.
So
So
there's
again,
lots happening.
another Future Sight. So we're gonna have to. Chuke's gonna have to keep in mind, like if in this position, I think it's always the play to just Ivy Cudgel again. If he goes into Goodra, that is a slight problem position. But if you do anything else, you can just Ivy Cudgel on U-turn or hard switch the Fridge Draft next turn, just to try to absorb the Future Sight. But you also can't give this too much breathing room.
Yep.
As we click
And I thought he was gonna go Goodra. And I thought he was gonna go Goodra again. Doing a great job of not killing this Hatterene.
It's
Oh no, sorry. I U-turned because I needed to get for a draft out for the Future Sight.
Yeah, we don't want to get upon hit by that.
Yeah, it's in Nightshade range, so
Yeah.
yeah, this is. So
And-
Future Sight's coming, you have to stay in, which means you're clicking Protect. Which means Slice essentially can either.
Do whatever he wants
Yeah,
this turn.
he can do whatever he wants because he knows that your best play is just to be there.
Yep.
As he gets a free spike.
Yep.
If he didn't have spikes, what would have been the play? Probably just click knockoff, just so you don't lose
yeah,
your dog stab
knockoff.
into like what's next up.
Yep. Yeah, I think this is the point of the game where I got a little bit confused. I saw. Yeah, can you pause it right here?
Yes.
So I saw the knockoff do 50,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought that my Giraffe was going to die to the next one because it would also do 50. I totally forgot it does less damage the second time.
I mean,
And since it did 50, I was at 35. It would have done It would have been close, but I could have tried to wish and save for a giraffe. Because at this point, it's essentially just dead. Because it has to come in on a spike. It's not living any hit.
I mean, also you could have wished on this turn because he's lost his dog stab at this point.
True.
And then you obviously have to protect mind game turn after, which means you can probably
went for
just
psychic
Nightshade.
noise. I have no idea why. Maybe to call Gengar. I have no clue. I don't remember. I know. Probably just wanted damage on it.
It's good damage.
Yeah, no. I could have wished on either of those turns, and I didn't come to that.
Knock off doing 8%.
And I
turn of
continue to
luck
not
getting
kill the
Hatterene.
Hatterene. Oh, wait, actually,
Still
this was
alive.
really funny. This Hatterene had 20 speed EVs. My Steelix had 8. He outsped me by 1.
Oh, it's perfect.
That was a really cool break. I'll give it to him.
Mhm. And we finally killed the Meowscarada. That's good. Yeah,
That's good progress.
yeah, at this point, I'm seeing Lapras come out. I'm like thinking this is gonna Terra Fairy DD.
Yeah, I was thinking Terra Fairy something.
Yeah, Terra Fairy DD is like actually kind of a win, right? Like pretty much right away. Because if you're Jolly, you're like this doesn't have Encore. This doesn't have Encore. Whole Unleash just do too much, right?
Yeah, I was on this turn. I clicked a U-turn just to get away from freeze dry.
Fair. But because these two are so weak, I think DD wins on the spot.
Oh yeah, definitely.
As he's
And there was no getting away from freeze dry. That was a great bring. It's like that was really good.
The surprise speedy Lapras.
I really like the yawn there
Yeah.
actually.
It was the only thing that Jolteon could do to Gudra. Unfortunately, I have Terra Blast, which is just a dead move at this point.
I mean, it's for when you don't want to put it into berry range with Thunderbolt.
Yeah, it's for when I don't want to paralyze his Guts Gudra.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yo, that's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Doing a
absolutely
really great
fist
job of
left.
not killing things in this game.
Blastoise is taking like 3 hits and taking nothing from any of them.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is.
I was so panicked. I thought that was gonna kill.
That was a really unfortunate roll, but luckily he didn't. Luckily for
Yeah,
Chuke, he
thank
didn't
God he
take a move.
earthquaked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we now know.
Now
this
I've
is
got to get
Scarf.
rid of Fridge Giraffe.
Yeah. It was Terra Fairy, so you didn't make that correct read.
I mean, it was never not Terra Fairy.
Does it have,
In my head, at least.
does it have Ground as an option?
I think so. I'll check. It might be ground, but ground didn't resist close combat, so I figured Fairy was more likely.
That's
Since
fair.
it's just immune to water. It is ground, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know why we Thunderbolt that turn. I feel like there because it hadn't had a sleep turn. I felt like you would have always taken the 3 Salamence.
Wait. Oh, wait. Hadn't had a sleep turn at that point?
No, because you yawned it. Like it Dragon Tailed,
And
then
left
you left.
immediately, right?
Yeah, like it's just burned its first sleep turn after clicking after this.
I don't remember. I don't remember why. I remember I was trying to predict the turn it would wake up for some reason. And I can't remember what that was now, but no harm, no foul, I guess.
He doesn't get min turn sleep, so you still in it.
Yeah.
Get the kill. Gooey's very nice actually because that means
Yeah.
like, even if you click Dragon Dance, couldn't have would have
I've
still
sped the
let this
Lapras.
Lapras beat you.
Yep.
I think
It boots
Jolteon
Terra
will
Electric.
do
Let's go.
This is where Terra Electric's really nice for you though.
Yeah, because Gligar's not here.
Yeah.
It's just purely better than Ice, and
it. Oh,
it's
And
just barely not enough for me.
ooh,
that's really close at the end, and he
Yeah.
almost, almost another 0-0 as well.
the
Had
early
I
game,
preserved Fridge Giraffe, I might have been able to steal this one, but
the early game was so bad for Chuke that I absolutely didn't expect him to bring this back at all.
oh, me neither.
Yeah.
That's why there's a point earlier in the game in the chat where I got a little snippy because I was frustrated how poorly I was doing.
Yeah, but it kind of also just shows like if you keep your mind in it, you can always bring it back.
Yeah, no, I had to hit that yawn.
Yeah.
The yawn definitely put me right back in the game.
Yeah, unless you bring a Ninja Warrior team. then maybe you can bring it back.
Like if that, I don't know what the rules are saying on that Thunderbolt. I doubt it ever kills. But
It didn't kill.
yeah.
It didn't kill.
Equally, if you full power Lapras, you win the game. If you crit this, you win the game. There's like, he gave you
Yeah,
multiple
I
outs.
had outs,
Yeah.
and I just wasn't lucky.
Yeah.
Didn't quite
Oh,
get
well.
that.
If you keep
No.
one sack somewhere else, then you also win the game.
Yep.
If you found an opportunity to like save Steelix for a draft or something.
Yeah, which is why I pointed it out. Had I saved for a giraffe, I would have stolen this one away.
Yeah, but it's equally. I think both players played really well. I think it's unfortunate with the future sight, or lucky, depending who you support in this game.
Yeah,
But yeah, obviously we
it
saw
was
some really
cool tech. I'll give it to him.
we saw some good plays from both sides. I really like the Scarf Lapras.
No, that was an
Scarf
excellent
Lapras was
win.
cool.
Hats off to Sliced.
And that will bring us to our final game, and our technically headline game probably this week.
No.
You have Secret Guy versus Flying Leo. Flying Leo is a friend of
We-
Pookie.
we- I see a Chandelure and a Magmortar.
Mhm.
Remember talking about that in the PRs.
Yeah, but Chandler is Terra, so the Magmortar is like doing something else. Yeah, but like
Oh,
we
yeah.
have Flying
I
Leo,
guess.
friend of Pookie, and then we have Secret Guy, friend of people. It's an interesting matchup.
Crap. We're outnumbered.
Yeah, this is Terra Salazzle, which means that Nasty Plot's really scary. It is also Terra Chandelure, which means that Chandelure is really scary.
It's really scary.
I don't remember exactly its Terra types. It might be Fire, Grass, Steel. I have a book open. Let me just pull it up for you. It is Ghost, Steel, Grass. And Terra Ghost actually super scary, but so is Terra Grass.
Terragrass allows it to beat the Eternatar, which would come in pretty easily otherwise.
But what we don't generally like having these Pokemon that do the same role. I do like that Magmortar can weaken the Swampert and the Tyranitar for the Chandelure. Because
Like fire spam, right?
maybe you want to go Terra Ghost or Terra Steel to actually break through the Altaria or the Tornadus, right? And it's really nice that like Tyranitar or Swampert's always going to be the switching. One of them is going to be switching to Magmortar. Which like if you have enough balls to collect Focus Blast,
You can do some real damage to them.
But like looking at the
I've seen
matchup,
kill Tita.
There's
another Goodra.
Goodra has Power Whip, I think, which actually really difficult for Leo. Because Goodra beats Altarian in 1v1. If it has Power Whip, it can beat Swampert in 1v1. It kind of stonewalls Shaman, even though it doesn't do too much to it. It beats Salazzle, it beats Torrentine in 1v1, and that's probably the key player there. Well, Secret Guy is
it's-
actually keep it healthy. He does have Wish and Screamtail potentially.
So it could make Goodra a headache throughout the entire game.
But Leo does have enough win cons of his own with Nasty Plot, with potential DD Tita, with potential DD Altaria. Also, like setup on Tonti. So it's an interesting one. It's an interesting one in that sense because there's Encore and Screamtail, but this Secret Guy team doesn't love opposing setup.
Yeah.
I'm
But
gonna hit-
all of the offensive guys are pretty slow. It's a relatively slow team in general, actually.
We've been here for 38 minutes. I'm gonna hit play.
That is a good idea.
Well,
Swampert lead, that's crazy.
we leave. Okay.
We've seen before.
I thought we were just gonna see stealth work, to be honest. we the
I'm surprised we
entire
didn't see.
the entire
Core.
team's full health, and we click Wish. That's an interesting move.
Yeah.
There's the stealth.
There's the rocks.
And ooh,
Youch.
Draco's quite nice. I was expecting Power Whip there. What I don't like is that this Screamtail's already getting really, really low.
Yeah,
Because in this position,
Which
you
is why I was
also have to
confused
leave
that-
again. Yeah.
yeah, which is why I was confused that he didn't just go Corv on Swampert.
Well, we can't do a thing to Corviknight.
You can flip turn, I guess. We do see plot, and we see leftovers. We also decided that we don't kill yet, so we have to leave. Okay. Okay.
Which choice? I don't. Oh,
Ooh,
never mind.
I don't
Doesn't
like
matter.
that. So we said, well, obviously it wasn't like a U-turn, so we send in Chandelure
Mhm.
on whoever Lovander is, on Salazzle, okay, expecting the fire move for Flash Fire, I guess. But then we've taken our rocks and then we switch out again, which needs to, really reliant on this Corviknight getting his defog off. Draco misses. Draco's an interesting choice in Altari that you pretty much never see because it's pretty much strictly like worse than Hyper Voice in like 90% of scenarios.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, like what's gonna switch into Altari? Usually like a Steel type. You think Hyper Voice is coming. What's Draco doing about that? Like in this scenario, it gives you an upside into Chandelure, but it's just also just worse than Screamtail.
Or just for Goodra.
Yeah.
It does a little bit more damage to Gudra if you want to go special.
That does
Oh,
54. That makes me want to think that's offensive Landorus. In which case, Salazzle could have probably killed it.
Yeah.
That's Landorus or Defog apparently, not Corviknight.
Offensive defog, okay.
I don't really know what Corviknight's doing on his team then yet.
And Zaro's telling Tobias.
Oh, I did get a random DM that like there was a Defog Landorus that was cringe. That was
Okay.
Oh, we see the DD, but we have to run away because we never beat Corviknight.
That's really interesting
And we
because
switch.
it gives us like as reviewing this game actually tells us what this game plan's going to be. Because this Landorus is the Landorus is burned. This is toxic. If you can deal with Corviknight, then Tyranitar's in pole position.
Tyranitar is really good, yeah.
You need to do pretty much anything to it. And
So you just switched Swampert into Corviknight?
that is an interesting one, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we put rocks back up.
I
Actually.
guess he's calling the. Yeah, I guess getting rocks back up is good. Never mind. It's not the worst idea I've ever heard.
Okay, we get the flip to momentum.
Not in the torrent boosted flip
The
time
torrent
actually
boosted
do quite a lot of damage.
Yeah, we got the mirror armor speed drop.
Oh,
That's cool.
Nice.
That's an interesting decision to not try to kill Corviknight or like click. If this has nasty plot, you click it there. I mean, it doesn't because it's U-turn. But I don't really get the point in ever Bleakwind Storming because he's either staying in or he's going to Gudra. And if he goes Screamtail, you let him do that because we don't care about that Pokemon.
it's toxic. The more time it spends in.
Yeah, and Rock's also up, so it'd be like at 30 after that. So yeah, Leo, both players played. I think Secret Guys played a little wonky, but pretty decent. Leo's played good up until that turn, I think.
I'll agree with that. There's a little bit of floundering when we realized we were a little bit too walled by Corviknight.
Yeah, when Corviknight's actually, if you get Salazzle on it for free, then you have a mind game
that's
at
what
the
we need
very
to get in.
least.
Need to try and find a way to get Salazzle in to do some damage.
Do we know if this Gudra is okay? We don't.
Bring
know if
Lando
it's
in on
Gudra
Shaman
yet.
is interesting.
Yeah, it is, especially because like
It's
Earth
burned.
Power really wouldn't do much. Maybe he just isn't Sap Tipper. He is, okay.
He is.
Oh.
Well, in that case, should just done that later, like earlier.
Yeah.
Like this is big
Oof,
chip.
Spedef drop is tough.
Yeah, Special is tough, but the Shaman doesn't win this 1v1.
Yeah, doesn't make a huge difference in the long run. Oh,
The Corviknight doesn't win this one.
Nope. And
Salazzle came in.
we sack Landorus.
Yo, huge oblivious.
Yeah, it's just in case your special attack gets lowered and like you want to go for physical Terror Blast.
Right. Oof.
It's a pretty big Terror there, just not even for the damage, but just
To not die.
Yeah, to not die.
Yeah.
This looks Scarf Chandelier?
This looks like Scarf Terror Ghost to me. As we click Energy Ball.
Presumably predicting Tyranitar.
I mean, it is very nice to not take 25
Yeah.
to rocks anymore. So Terra, Click and Terra is absolutely to play.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And we were receiving this wish, but we were also taking Toxic. Which means you have to pretty much get out of there right now.
Into Free Leech Seed? Nope.
You know, I'm surprised that Shaman's...
Already predicted GUI.
I'm surprised that Shaman's doing anything to this team. There's a Magmortar, Corviknight, Gudra, Hisui, and a Chandelure. Like, if that's me, you're staying on the fucking bench, bro.
Good line.
Ooh, another Mirror Armor speed drop. Let's go.
Yo.
Now Screamtail's faster, so it can
Wish.
do something.
Quickly.
Oh, nope, it's not faster.
What?
How is it? This is a slow
That's
Screamtail
a
of all
slow
time.
scream.
Yeah, that is a slow Screamtail. All right.
That's a very bulky Screamtail.
Yeah. At this stage,
Very
Nazi
dead
Bot-
Screamtail.
Nazibot still doesn't win because the Chandelure is alive.
Didn't kill?
Ooh,
That is...
Crazy.
a very bulky Screamtail.
Yeah,
guys,
no.
I can make a guess to what this spread is, so I think it's going to be a max HP, max def, calm nature.
Possibly.
Oh, I would throw money on that.
We keep it simple here.
Yeah, this is
Also,
GDL too.
Salazzle being dead is a problem.
Yes. Yeah, we can look at tornado Asterion moves and leave.
Yeah, makes sense.
We eat big damage from Earthquake, so now, yeah. At this point, this is going to be in range from Chandelure, probably, if it takes rocks again.
We know it's Scarf,
Yeah,
so
so, like-
DD doesn't do anything
Yeah.
anymore.
DD's pointless now.
Yeah.
But it's nice to keep it as a Sakura to keep sand, potentially, because, you know, technically this Chandelure could be chipped into range or something, I don't know.
Which we do.
And, you know, worst case scenario, you just get some regenerate on Tornado, so you just sit there.
No Mirror Armor. No speed drop. All right, never mind.
You know, I think what we do see here is that we were right in the early game, like pre-game, that this Gudra is just such a bitch to take down. Like if this got a single wish into it, Secret Guy probably like
He might have just won.
Handily takes this game, yeah.
Yeah.
then it's not particularly close.
Oh, it just barely lived.
Oh, I thought it died. I didn't even see it.
It's got such a tiny slither.
We have to Draco.
We
to
really
kill
need to
this.
make
Wait,
sure it's
yeah,
dead.
why did you... is his last move not an attacking move, then?
I don't know. Ooh.
That would be
Yeah,
my guess.
Draco was... Why did...
No, it...
What-
What?
What?
Why-
It is.
Why did we...
That's...
That little
That's
bit of
bizarre.
insider knowledge. Leo thought that steel types were immune to fairy. He made a little.
Oh.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
So, what I was saying about sand earlier,
It comes in clutch.
we put up the sand.
Oh, right, that was a...
Yeah, it doesn't die to it immediately,
That was a
but next one it does.
Really good Tyranitar switch, and I remember being very impressed by that in the moment.
That's very good.
It's a smart
Um,
way to.
You're faster
And
with
holy
Altaria,
moly,
so, you know.
we now enter the slowest battle of all time.
Well, if this misses whiff, the game's over.
Ah, yeah.
I mean, it's gonna roost for a while, but you can't roost forever because you also need to
Not get that. happen.
Dominant.
you need to not get crit, but you also have like what 5 roosts left, 3 roosts left actually. Oh, very bad play by
Yeah, that was not a good roost. 'Cause
Yeah.
He gave you the opportunity to swing.
and
What?
guys. I'm gonna put this on hyper fast.
Body press?
Now
Was that a misclick?
I don't know.
Presumably.
Yeah, now it's just now we've turned the tables, and this thing doesn't need more than 1 more roost.
It's now no longer threatening.
Yeah,
The burn chip is doing a huge amount of damage.
Leo probably
Two
has this in the
birds
bag
smacking each other.
a little bit easier if he doesn't click Draco into Gudra.
This is true. But Altaria managed to bring it back from the brink.
Using the stand to kill Chandler was really good. I remember thinking that Secret Guy had that one.
Really well done. So like, I think this is good GDL2 gameplay. Well, like you can see both of these players are maybe making some mistakes that you wouldn't see in the upper division, but then you also see these really nice plays where, how do you say, like, where like everyone's impressed regardless, right?
Yeah. It's like they're being analytical and they're thinking about their turns on, even if sometimes it doesn't work out or mistakes are made.
GL2 does have its moments.
Yeah, you get the B+ in the essay, but like you still, your teacher still gives you like really good feedback because like he's really inspired by what he saw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much gonna wrap up Game of the Week for this week. I don't really think we have much more to add. Pooky, if there's still, if anyone's still watching, what should be commented?
Comment a Robin song lyric from Honkai Star Rail.
No,
That's cringe. Can we get a different one?
What?
if Anzara was watching, maybe, but like, does anyone else play that game?
You can use Google.
I only play good games.
Tell us your favorite city in England. How about that?
My favorite city in England.
England is my city.
It's got to be Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's Pittsburgh.
There might be like a Pittsburgh and it's a Birmingham in the United States.
Yeah, it's in
Crazy.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds pretty
I've looked it
bad.
up on Google, and there's no Pittsburgh in the UK.
Oh, darn, I was about to do that.
There is a Pittsburgh street.
That's,
I don't know if it's a city, but Bath is pretty nice. That's one of the nicer places in the UK.
Is it posh?
It's like a touristy place, to be honest.
Okay, I'm
It's
gonna.
such a nice place, then why do you never take a bath?
Ooh,
I'm gonna end this
not that
recording.
stinky life.
See you guys.
All right. See you later.
Wow.